Hi there, it's Elaine here and welcome back to my channel, Chattylaine Creates. And today I am going to do a Gluebook session. Now, I have been away for a few weeks because I've been struggling with what, I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video or two, that I'm thinking of doing some new glue books. So yes, I wanted to do some glue books. I did this one, which I have sort of started, but I was struggling with a little tiny bit. I want to start a random glue book, but I was trying to work out what way I wanted to do my random glue book. Partly because I think for me, putting down lots of square images and then some smaller images and then also fussy cuts, I don't know whether that's really me. Sorry, I'm shaking the desk, aren't I? So I'll stop doing that. So my way I do my colour glue book and that type of book, I tend to stick things in as I go along, so I don't always finish a page, and I think I would do the same with this, the random one. This is going to be my random one. I bought this in Sainsbury's, one of our supermarkets, and it's got a Habitat label on the back, so I'm assuming it's made by Habitat. It wasn't exactly cheap. It was £4.95, but I absolutely love the cover, and it's a hardback cover. And I also have this one, which is a proper sketchbook, which is proper sketchbook paper, so they're quite thick. But I quite like the spiral bounds because if you need to take some pages out with a spiral bound, you can just sort of rip them out, and you also don't have to glue from all over. You can glue from front to back if you want to, because it doesn't distort any spine, because there's no spine there to distort. So I quite like spiral bounds, but sometimes I do actually like a hard spine as well, like, you know, this type of thing. Right, so I have been procrastinating, I suppose, really, trying to figure out the way to do this. And it has, I've made a couple of videos and scrapped them because I don't like them. And even today, I've already started another video and I've practically scrapped that as well. So I'm kind of starting again, if you like, for the second time today, but partly because I was waffling on about all sorts of rubbish, so I'm not going to waffle. We're going to glue. We're going to do some gluing, and I decided that I'm going to do just a blue colour glue book, which is what this is. It's a bit tatty. It was my daughter's. We had to take out the pages that she'd started, so there might be the odd page that's got a tiny bit of paint on or whatever, because she was using it at college or uni or wherever, and there were some bits and pieces in it, but not much, so we took them out, and I'm going to use it as a glue book. So I've started collecting blue images in a folder, and that they're going to be for that glue book. So I'll probably do that on a different day, so we'll do that one maybe next time or something. This one I did try and start. I have put the odd bit in. I was struggling with it slightly, so I don't think I'll do any today. But I mean, that one, I mean, I was getting in a right mess with this book. I really have sort of mucked it up a little bit. I've had bits that have stuck together, and I've tried to repair the spine, because actually the glue is literally just this bit here, which is practically, I don't know, 1-2 mil at the most. So all of this is loose, and as I was taking bits out of it, so the spine was kind of opening up. That one's not too bad. I've glued some of them, and some of the pages obviously I struggled to get out the bits out of the middle, because it's just, I don't know, it's just falling to pieces. I'm a bit worried, so I might actually end up having this one was a right state. Look at the state of the page. That's all glue there, and I was sort of gluing in here because it was all coming away. I don't know whether you can tell really now, because I have glued it together a bit. But yes, I've had a bit of a problem with this one. So I have put the odd lady in here and there. Some bits aren't glued down because I need to cover this up. I have bought my people packet of images. I put this in here, and I've got another one with a trainer on it somewhere, and the advert is that way obviously, because you can tell by the writing. But I love the fluffy slipper. And there's another one with the trainer on that I've stuck in, which is the same orientation on the advert. She's that one. There it is. Big time. So I have put a bit in, and they're really covering up what's on that page, where some of these I quite like the backgrounds, and I think that's the problem. I'm not very good, see, this one's a white mess. I'm not very good at covering over a background if I sort of semi-like it. This one, there's not much on there at all, so that's not too bad. But like these, this is quite a nice image, but I need to cover over those words. I don't want them in there. This one I'm not so bothered about because it's a pale green colour, which I don't like. This is quite nice background. And that's a whole spread because I've folded them in both directions away from each other. That's the other half of that. That was that part of that. Same with this one. I love this one because this is a whole house kind of page. I've kept it all. I pulled it out of the original magazine that I got, but I left it in this one, and I showed it. I quite like that. And yeah, so I think that's about all I've done. So yes, I want to put people in this magazine, but some of it, like this bit here, needs covering up. I don't mind the rug, and I want to cover the words up. So yeah, it's going to be, it could be a bit bitty. I really don't know how I'm going to do it yet. So yeah, I don't know whether I've made a rod for my own back with that one. But this one is definitely going to be the random, and I've decided that I'm going to put fairly biggish images in. You did fleetingly see my ruby slippers. Well, basically it was a Prada advert out of one of the fashion magazines. It's right at the back page. I've got a feeling it might have been Elle. I don't particularly like Elle, but I am quite pleased with this one. Prada's magical ruby slippers, which will carry you home in spellbinding style. Yay! So yes, I thought I'd put that on the front page because I love them. It's a great picture. And I haven't done anything there. So what I've done is I've just stuck in fairly large-ish images, and just generally they're not always filling the page, but I have done bits and pieces. I did this last night actually, and I've just put a few in for now. Giant causeway, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to put anything on that one. I really love it. This is fun. I love black and white, and it's on a red background, of course, and as you'll probably know by now, I love red. That's a terracotta room, so I can put somebody. I don't necessarily want to cover that all up, but I don't particularly want this bit. But I do like the hanging. I think it's like a rug that they've hung from the, like a wall hanging type thing. I've filled all this page up. The only thing is, because it's a notebook and it's got lines, I'm not quite sure if I like this. And there's no way of covering that up. So it's one of those things that I don't quite know whether it's something I would do in the future. I think I prefer a proper sketchbook or a notebook that doesn't have lines in it. Yeah, a bit of paint there. So these are proper kind of sketchbooky paper, so they're quite thick and they're obviously plain. So if you don't want to fill the whole page with any images that you're going to stick on it, then I don't mind leaving white blank bits, but I don't want to see the lines really. So that's why I'm not sure if I really like using notebooks, partly because of this reason in this one. So at the moment I shall carry on with it. If at some point I change my mind, I might just stop using it, or I might take the pages out if I like what I've done. I'm going to be quite careful of trying not to put too much back to back in that case. So like this one, I might not put anything on this page. I don't know whether I haven't done it on that one, because originally I was just going to use one side, but some of the images are better on that page for various reasons. I thought if I do want to put anything on here, I can put it down here, this side, and you'll still be able to see all of that. But like this one, it doesn't matter. This one, I love this kind of patterning. It looks like it's in some form of powder or something, and they've marked in it. I kind of did it and it follows the line now. I thought it was quite good actually. I was quite pleased with myself. So that one's all done. I have later since checked. I didn't realise this was so green. There is some blue bits on the whole page, because I've just chopped a bit off to fill that top in, and there was some blue in that one, in lower down on the page of this one. So yeah, so I was a bit annoyed about that. I thought I should have put that bit on really, because this is more blue, and I didn't realise that was so green. But never mind, it's there now. It could get covered up anyway. So yes, this is from an art book. I have put this one in, and this one, I did this because of the blue in here, just slight complimentary there. I think I've missed one. Yeah. So most of them that I've put in haven't got anything on the back of them, and I've sort of done that deliberately, and I'm going to try and do that so that if I don't like it, I can take it out. So we'll just see how we go. I love the book, I love the notebook, but I'm not quite sure if I really like using them in a spiral bound. So yes, they're just little things that, you know, it's just my choice really, and I don't know whether I've mucked up really, but you know, that's it. That's all I'm saying. Right, so I've got a few here to go in, and I do have my box of fussy cuts. So let me just have a little shuffle around here a minute. So in my box of fussy cut images, take the lid off, I have a smaller box with tiny bits in. Some of them are squares, some of them are cut out, like the lips. There's all sorts of stuff in here. And it's quite a nice cute little box, and I just keep it inside my bigger one. So my bigger one doesn't really have much fussy cuts as such. It's mainly squares, but I do, hang on a minute, I seem to be a long way back. Hold on, right, I'm a bit closer now. you didn't need to go through that. Right, let's put that over to one side for a minute. So in this basket is stuff that I've not actually cut out, and they are the same basket, they go inside each other. So these are a mixture of kind of ones that I liked and they're not quite finished cut out. There is a right old mixture in there. And these ones are all cut. Some of them might not be quite finished, but they are either squares or they are a fussy cut image, like my Valkyrie or whatever you call it, from Thor. She's cut out. But they're mainly squares in here. It's just that some of these, like this one, I didn't really want it in my, I've got a folder with things that are cut out, and I've got some smaller baskets which I kind of need to unearth. They're under a pile of stuff that I need to sort out. So in here, everything's cut in whatever way I've decided to do it. So they're all basically ready to go, and I can sort through them and find stuff that I want in there. So I brought them up with me. What I don't have are mid-sized fussy cuts, really. I kind of tend to do them as I want them from a large page, because I do find proper fussy cutting hard work. Some of these have been done over, I mean, some of them are squares, so they're fairly straightforward to do. I've either done them with scissors or I've done them on, cut them out of a larger piece with my trimmer. But there are a few fussy cut bits in here, but some of them aren't completely fussy cut, like that for instance. But I have my lighthouse, and I have my little vintage car here, and a very badly cut Tower Bridge in London. I kind of ended up cutting through that bit, which was a bit of a mistake, but there we are. I'm hoping it will stay together long enough for me to use it. This one is all tangled up. This is the only trouble with fussy cuts, and I kind of stopped doing them partly because I've cut all round here, and then they all get tangled up, and that's what weakens them, and then they can break off, and then you can lose them, and then it's spoiled. So I prefer to either not quite cut them out properly, or I don't cut them out at all. So there's not many in here like that. Most of them are squares, really. So, and then they sort of get caught down the sides and things like that, and it annoys me. So I kind of end up bringing the more fussy cut stuff to the top, and we'll see where we go from there. Lord of the Rings thingy. Here's a bit of one of the Wookiees. Not Wookiees, is it Wookiee? No. So yeah, there's a right old mixture in here, and some of them are really quite tiny. See, I've not even cut that one out. But yes, that's what's going on in there. So we'll put some big stuff in, and then we'll see if we can find other things going here. So I've also brought up with me, I've got big images that are already trimmed, sort of this sort of stuff. I pulled out some that I want to go in here. These are a right mixture. They're all different sizes and all sorts of stuff, so they're all cut as well. I do have these in here because they won't go in this basket, and so she'll fit on a page. So what I've decided is hold on a minute, let me find the other one. Right, so this is a double page spread, and I thought, do I really want a double page spread in here? No, not really, because I quite like that side. So I'm going to use that one this side and this one this side. I don't think that's a mixture, so I think I'll use that one as is. So she looks pretty good on there, doesn't she? It's a bit greeny. I thought it was more kind of goldy silver, but it's quite green now. I'll put it in proper light. If you're new here, I'm actually in what I used to call my workshop. I'm now calling it my craft cave because it's not in the house. I'm up the garden. So anybody new, I thought I'd explain that I don't have internet up here, and I don't have all of my stuff up here because I'm changing this room, if you want to put it, my cave, from being a workshop. I used to make glass beads. I used to be a jewellery maker, and I used to make glass beads as well, and this was my workshop. And because I have arthritis in my hands, I can't do that anymore, and so I changed over to doing my paper crafting about 4, 5, 6 years ago. I stopped. I had a major fall in June 2017, and I split my head open across my forehead. I had 32 stitches in my head, and I landed on both my knees, and now I have arthritis in my left knee very badly, and they've told me that I probably need a knee replacement at some point in the future, as well as I've got arthritis in my hips, my back and my hands, and starting to get them in a few other joints as well now. I think I've got it in my ankles as well now, but most of my leg joints have got arthritis in. My hands, my neck, my back all seem to be going the same way, so I couldn't grip as well. I used to be a wire work jewellery maker, so I just can't manipulate the wire now without my hands hurting too much, so I had to give that up. And so when I had my fall, it kind of progressed my arthritis along a little bit too quickly, and so now I am trying to revamp this room from being a workshop into my craft room, and there's still a lot of my equipment and my glass, and also because I used to do stained glass as well years ago, and I've still got the glass for that, and I just need to get rid of it all. And so a lot of my paper crafting stuff is not up here, so when I come up here I have to bring everything with me. All this stuff has all come up with me, and then I take it back again, because you know, when I'm not filming I tend to work in the house, so it's like backwards and forwards. I've got to carry it backwards and forwards, which is a real pain. So yes, that's just a very quick if you call it quick, overview, and it does cause me some troubles. I quite like that on that page, so we might glue that in and we might put her on there. That one I've sort of semi cut out, but they're just too big to go in this basket, so I'm going to put them back over there for now. I'm going to leave her out because I quite like her on that page. So shall we stick her in? And I'm going to put them out the way just for now while we do the big pages. I'm sorry, it's creating a bit of a shadow now. And we'll put her in somewhere. And I might take the white border off. I don't know whether I want to. Trouble is, this part's got that on it and that's got that on it. I don't mind that so much, but I don't think I want this at the bottom. So if I'm going to take this off, I need to take that one off. I might try and see if I can leave some border around it, because it fits the page. It's still a bit small for the page actually, because each magazine can be slightly different sizes. So let's see if we can do this and leave a bit of a border, but take off the... my blade's getting a little bit low, I'm afraid. So let's see if we can get rid of that. So now I've got to see if I can create the border this side that's the same size, roughly anyway. That's not too bad, is it? So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to find a page so that this is in the middle, and well, we might as well just do the next page, mightn't we? Because that white bit that along there will make this white bit look okay, won't it? So I think we'll have it like that. Where do we want her to go? So still need a bit up the top. So I don't know, I might put something at the bottom and put this white bit at the top here. She can go right at the top, or maybe on there like that. I don't know whether I might need to just trim a little tiny bit round here. There's quite a lot of blue in this bit here. I need to kind of just take it down a little bit. I like the blue border because it makes her stand out, but I'm not going to take it all off. Just going to kind of cut into it a little bit. I don't think I'll bother taking that out, but I think that looks a bit better. Right, so I think I'm going to put that at the top and kind of right in the corner. These aren't rounded because the front cover's not rounded, so I'm not going to round them, which suits me because I do struggle with corner rounders, and so I don't really enjoy corner rounding. Right, so let's stick that down with glue. I think it might be getting a bit low up here. Oh, no, not too bad. Right, so with whole pages, I tend to put it where I want it, which is up here. Get it on the edge, and then I will glue the page and stick the image down on it like that. And then it doesn't go anywhere because it's more or less stuck down properly. I'll peel it back. Let's get rid of my scissors before I stab myself with them. Peel it back and I'll go past where I glued and then I finish it off. I always find that when the page is all gluey and you're putting a big image down, I just keep lifting it and not getting it straight. Well, this way I know that it's straight because it's already stuck down to a certain degree. If you notice, I didn't actually completely stick it down properly because I knew I was going to add more glue. Where's my bone folder? So what I do is I'll go along where it was stuck to and just carry on so that we can get the air out as we go along. And then I'll give it a good old smush down. I'm not really bothered if there's wrinkles, which there usually is, because I think a lot of it is the paper you're gluing onto. If it's not particularly good, which in Notebook it's really thin and it's not that particularly good, so I just check the corners, make sure I've got them all, and make sure I've got all the corners done, which I think they are really. And then we can stick her down, and what I'll do is I will leave, where do I want her? Do I want her that way? Or do I want her that way? I think I like her that way because it's more yellow this side. I don't know. Yeah, I think I like it that way. So we'll stick her down to the bottom here, but I won't actually glue her there along the way. So we're going to put her down here, line her up at the bottom, and then we're going to smooth her out as we go. Always do it from the middle, and then hopefully you push out all the air bubbles. There might be a little one there. So the whole of this bottom section lifts up. So I'll be able to put something down there, and then I'll glue her down. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here, because they were on that bit was on her trousers. I don't know, we'll see. I might find something small to go on there. So I haven't decided. I don't think I want it on the same page, but it will have a similar look, I suppose. Let's trim that down the same as I did the other one, and I can do the same thing really, couldn't I? And then it would probably look equally good. Sorry, that squeaking is my trimmer. This it does do that, I'm afraid. There we go. That one's got a border all the way around it. Excuse my arm. So if we put it up top, do I want to go to the spine? So this one's slightly smaller. I love the 5. Wallington, Northumberland. That's right up the top of the country. Takes the gardening team 2 weeks to plant tens of thousands of crocus bulbs in the walled garden here, resulting in a shock of violet flowers. Woohoo! And the bees love to pollinate them. Get them bees out. Get them going for the summer. Get some nectar down them. Right, where do I want it? Should we do it there? I haven't got anything to go on this one. As I say, I don't really want to cover 5 up. I want to go something across the bottom maybe. Not particularly worried about the not sure if it's moved now. It might have done. No, I think it's right. I think it's all right. Right. Bring it back. And we'll do the rest. I don't think I want to go right to the end because it doesn't quite fill the page. I think it is getting low. Have I got a spare one? Yeah, I think I've got a spare one up here. Dum 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 dum. Have we got it all? One thing about working up here, I can see where I'm gluing. Better, because it's shiny. It's shiny. I do need a little pot to put my glue stick in, because I use one in the house. I've got like a little pot that the glue stick sits in, so that it doesn't fall over when I don't put the lid back on, because I'm not really quite finished with it yet. So I don't put the lid back on until I've glued the whole piece down properly. Just a little tiny bit there that didn't get it. A little bit at the bottom there. I won't rub it too much because I just take the print off the page and it makes a mess. Not that it really matters, I should cover it up. There we go, that's that one. Oh, there's one on that side. Damn. Oh well. Too late now. I didn't go two pages along, which I should have done, which is what I've been doing. I've been going 2 pages so I can decide which side I want them. So this is a Heathrow advert, I think, which I just love all the hanging down. Where should we put that? On this side? Let's put it on this side. I can trim off the edge once I've got it on. Yes, that'll do. So I hope you're all keeping well. I have to say, I have been a little bit out of sorts, shall we say, which was another reason why I haven't been doing glue booking, or video making I should say. The beginning of the year is a difficult time because this time last year I had my surgery and my diagnosis for my breast cancer, so it's all been a bit, a year on, I've kind of been suffering my mental health a little bit. I've been trying to work through it. My daughter sort of took me out for Mother's Day and for my birthday, and then we took my mum out for Mother's Day, and both me and my daughter took her out for the first time since she's been in a flat, really. So we had a lovely Mother's Day, but we went to see her on Mother's Day, but we went out to dinner on the Monday after Mother's Day. For anyone that doesn't know, I'm in the UK. Our Mother's Day is in March. We don't have it in May. We have the same Father's Day as you because we never used to have a Father's Day. it sort of derives from your Father's Day anyway, but Mother's Day we've had for many years. I don't know how far back it goes, but so our Mother's Day is always before Easter, so it can move depending on when Easter is. So it's usually about a week or two before Easter, on Mothering Sunday as they used to call it. Right, have we got it all? This corner could do with a little tiny bit. Hopefully I'm still in frame, am I? Yes. My brother did his thing on actual Mother's Day with her. They went round and took her afternoon tea. So they made, both my sister-in-law and my niece had made cakes and things for her. And they had afternoon tea, but in her flat. So they laid out the table and set it all up for light afternoon tea. So she enjoyed that. So we took her out on the Monday evening and we had a lovely meal. And we went to a pub restaurant and she really enjoyed it as well. So she had a lovely Mother's Day. And obviously my daughter was taking me as well, so we went halves on the bill, which was nice because she felt like, you know, she was taking me as well as, and I'm taking Nan and my mum, I should say, really, but for her it's Nan. When my daughter was young, I used to be working, and so when I had her, my mum used to look after her for me because she'd already retired. I had lost my dad about 3 or 4 years before I had my daughter. So my dad never saw my daughter. I had a lot of trouble having children. My daughter is actually an IVF baby. I went through three episodes of IVF to get her. I do hate trimming the edges. I know, Nicole, if you are watching this, I know you love it. I hate it. I can't do it straight. I always cut into the bit of paper that it's on. I made a right hash of that, see? Probably because I'm chatting. I always find, even though I've got these bubbles, I can never get them out. They looked fine before I turned the page over, but now it's bubbled. And it just drives me mental. And I think, just leave it. I don't care. I just don't care. But I do like that. I don't quite know what I'm going to put on it, but this page. But I just love it. I think some of this in this book, I just like the pages, and I'll either put something on it or I won't. And it's just a way of gluing. I can just glue and put in what I like. I mean, most of these I'm putting in here, I generally like. I like this one. I won't mind putting something over there, but I need to cover all of this right up for that page. And this one hasn't got any on at all, which is brilliant. I kind of want to have somebody sitting in the chair or something, but then I've got to find that image that will do that. I could put a dog or something like that on the page, that sort of thing. So they're the sort of things I'm going to do, but I also don't mind making it comical or completely wacky or surreal. I just don't know. It's just going to come as it comes, and I'll deal with it the way I deal with it at time. So at the moment I'm just putting in things. I quite like the images. Some of them are, like this one, I probably won't mind covering some of that up. I'll want to cover this up anyway. I could put a figure down here maybe that's going to cover that up. Just, it is a backdrop, but it's really pretty, and Same with this is just a backdrop. Like this one, I really love this bit, so I might be able to put something down here, and just that's the way I'll go. I need to fill these top bits in here and here, and some of them are full already. She's already a full page. What I'm going to do with her, I have no idea. I just loved the black and white on the red. There was quite a lot of images, but I liked it because she was facing away. And it kind of looks like she's got a cape on. I'm not really quite sure what that is. It's a very strange top. But I love the boots. I absolutely love the boots. Because I just love boots. Boots and shoes, but especially boots, and these are really fun. They kind of they sort of scream kind of mods 1960s 70s, the mods era, you know, the way they dressed and stuff. So yeah, that's good fun. Right, so yeah, I think other than these three, I don't know whether I've really got much to go on here. Don't know whether we can find some stuff. That's quite nice. Might sort of trim the top off so I can get rid of the words. This is pretty. I can maybe semi-cut that out. That's long ways. I'd have too much trimming on that one. See, I quite like that sort of thing, and I can trim that down, and that might do a bit of a filler. Sort of quickly whizzing through this. Sorry, I'm off screen a bit, but I can't really get under the camera because the baskets are quite tall. So yeah, I don't know whether I've really got that much in here that I want to use to fill in the tops. I've got another one that's quite a lot smaller. I quite like those images. They're fairly bland background, you know, white background with lots of different outfits. And I can just take the words off, and it might be a filler. I need long things to fill in with. There's quite a lot of blue stuff in here. That's pretty. It's all tables or something. I can't remember what advert that was from really, but yeah, it's, well, yeah, doesn't matter, does it? Actually, I might put that down. Let's see if we can fill that bottom bit in where I've just put the lady on the page of the yellow page one. Where was it? It's right up here, wasn't it? It's the last one I did, more or less. Where are you, Ashes? I wonder if it'll go along there. Oh dear. It sort of will. I need to make a better cut. Let's have a look. It's just something daft really, isn't it? It's quite thick, this. I don't know whether it was definitely in a you know, a magazine for houses. Let me just make this straight. Let's see how that goes in now, shall we? Well, it sort of fits. You can't see most of them, but it fills the page. I might need to just take a bit more off the top because there's some a bit too much white. That's better. What I could do is I could cut it and fill in the other side with, and do that maybe. Yeah, let's cut it down. Let's cut it down there, because they went under there quite well, didn't they? And then this one, I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to go up here a bit and join that. Cut them words off, and then you can see that a bit better underneath. Hee. Let's see if I can get it to go underneath. There we are. That'll do, won't it? Yeah, I've not quite got her at the bottom of the page. That's in trouble. That'll do. That'll do. That will do for me. I'm happy with that. He's nice, isn't he? Trouble is, he chops off the 5. Yeah, she needs to be at the top of a page, really. And we need to stick that down, don't we? Here we go. Let's do this bit. Make sure I put it on the right way up. We can stick her down now. I don't know why I put that there, but you know, it does the job, doesn't it? Maybe she's looking for tables. Who knows? I can still put some more on there, yeah, I'm sure. Might be able to find some smaller images to go on there. Right, what should we do now? Shall we see if we can find something for this? Ooh, he's a lion. He's got a yellow border around him. He's got purple glasses on. He's quite funny. I need to find something to go along the bottom. So these are upside down. That's nice. Oh, look at that settee. Oh, yeah, I can chop the bottom off. I might just about get that to fit. Let's chop the bottom off and see. I don't want to chop the feet off, which I've done. You silly woman. Just caught the leg there. But it's hiding under that side, so it wouldn't make no difference. Let us see if I need to chop that top bit off. Yeah, let's take a bit off. So I'd like to still see the 5. we are. And I need to take some of this edge off. Yeah, that is exactly perfect. How about that? I like that. And then maybe he could be coming out from behind it. That's quite good fun as well, isn't it? I like that. It looks like he's poking out from behind the sofa. Oh dear. I laugh at myself, don't I? Right, where did I put my glue book? It is nearly finished. Right, I need to do him first, don't I? I'm going to leave, not doing his, I'll leave his glasses because I think I might put some washi tape down that edge in a minute. Yeah, so I'll stick him down first. Where did we want him? Oops. That there. Like that. Oh, that's a bit too low. It's a bit too low. Out there. Yes. About there. Get that off there before it sticks to the bit that I didn't want stuck down. La la la. Are we having fun? Well, I'm having fun anyway. And that's the main thing, isn't it? Right, whoops, come here. Come here. Here we go. Lovely city. Now then, what did I do with it? Here it is. This, I think this come off a cover of a magazine. I think it came out of like an Asda magazine or something like that, which is one of our supermarkets. We call them supermarkets here. I believe you call them grocery stores in America. Excuse me, sorry. I think I'm going to put that lion here. Or should I sit him on the, stand him on the tables? That's fun, isn't it? Shall we put him there? I think so. I think that's good. I might find some washi tape for the other side. Right, I'll tangly mess now, won't I? Yeah. What time is it? He's standing on the tables. He's a naughty boy because he's not supposed to stand on tables. Here we are. We're standing on the tables. And he's hiding behind the sofa. And she's thinking, oh my god, my pet lion is standing on tables. He's a naughty boy. Right, what else have we got? Have we got anything little in here we can use? I cut off something. This is one of those loaf adverts, and it's just the legs. I cut something off obviously from the other side, and this was all that was left, was this bit. So I thought, oh, I'll keep that. That looks quite good fun. We could put that. Shall we see if we can find somewhere for that to go? I don't want her. I don't know whether we will, but it's worth a try, isn't it? No. Maybe not. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that one. This one I thought it's just a nice backdrop. Plunder Nature's paint box. I can't remember what it was. It came out of one of the house magazine-y type things. I put this on it. Feel it. Feel the warmth of summer and spring coming. Yeah. We really need it. No, that's a bed. Could see if we could find someone to lie on the bed, I suppose. Couldn't we? Maybe not her though. Oh dear. I'm in one of those moods today, I think. All sorts of stuff in here. There's another lion. She's a bit clashy, isn't she? That would be quite good fun. Maybe that way. No. Just being, you know, thinking things that I could do. It doesn't really go because they're on like a some kind of scootery thing. I don't know. It's a lovely Alice in Wonderland cake. He needs trimming up a bit better. I didn't want to take too much off his tail. I love this image. I haven't found a home for it yet though. And that one's quite good fun. But they're all a bit too big. I don't particularly want it on that page because I like the images. What else have we got? Sorry, I'm off screen, aren't I? I was just trying to juggle. See what I've got. It's been quite a long time since I've been in here. I just put a load of stuff in here and I haven't really gone through it properly. I just unloaded all the stuff that's cut out from various different folders and whatever. I tend to store my images in folders and they do get damaged, but then they get damaged in the baskets as well, especially when you go through them a lot. I kind of don't really want to cut anymore. That's why I've started this basket where they're not cut out properly, and so the edges, if they get mucked about a bit, mucked up, then it doesn't matter so much. But I need sort of long ones that way. What I've got in here, they all seem to be this way more, especially the fashion ones. So yes, these baskets are quite tall and they don't go underneath the camera very well. There's not really an awful lot in here at the moment because I haven't sorted stuff out to go in here that I want to be able to use, because I've only just sort of started that basket really, where this one I just took it out of stuff that's already done and been adding to it. I love this image. He's a famous celloist, Yo-Yo May, apparently. But, I just think it's a lovely image. I might put this one in my high life though, because they're all images in the high life that I really love. That's the whole point of that magazine, that glue book, is to only put in it the things that I really, really love. You could do here's your morning breakfast in bed. The colours are good on this, but it doesn't suit. Actually, that might go in my other one, my magazine glue book, because it's a bit thinner, and so because these arms are chopped off, I need it to be able to sort of fit that way. That might be a good idea. She would match quite nicely, wouldn't she? And that one. Right, well, I'm really sorry, but my phone died. My battery ran out, and I just literally showed you this picture, so I've actually fussy cut it out and I stuck it on the bed because she's bouncing up and down on the bed, which is a bit naughty, isn't it? So I'm sorry you couldn't see any more of the video. I know it's turned out a little bit long, but I just wanted to give you a little brief what ones we've done today. So we didn't do them, so we've done her. I thought that was fun. I've left her floating at the top so that I can stick something along the back. And Giant Causeway, lady with the two-tone boots. Nothing on that one. Didn't do anything on that one. Find the ones I've done. I haven't done many really. I've stuck a few in, didn't I? And then I worked on them actually, which was unusual. I was quite surprised actually how much I did do on them. I'll find them in a minute. Here it is. It's on the next page. Right, and we did these. So I'm quite happy with that. I think there's still more we could do. We could have somebody sitting on the bed. We could have something up here. But I can add to them whenever I find anything. When I was watching the video back, because I have obviously edited most of the beginning, I wish I'd have cut off the two that I put under here. The two tables, because I only needed that one really, because I haven't cut out this bit of her trousers. I probably did them a bit of a funny angle, but well, it worked. At least you can see a bit of the tables. I do love the line sitting on there, and he's quite cheeky looking, isn't he? So yes, I need to put some washi tape down here. And then that page will be more or less done really. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed my little start of my random glue book. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed my glue book. It really does help me be seen on YouTube. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.